Hello, welcome to Make Dinner with Me. I am wearing my wearing my robe again, but only because I'm cold. Not because I've been in this all day, because I haven't. I just put it on, and it seems like every time around this time, like anywhere from like 2 to 4, I start getting really cold. I don't know what it is, but I do. So then I put it on, and then I'm ready to come on the live, and I'm like, I'm in my robe once again. So don't mind me. I'm just trying to survive the cold. And I know it sounds funny because like I'm not living in a super cold place, but once the temperature drops under 50, I'm cold. I'm sorry. And I've noticed that after my hospitalization, I've been feeling a lot colder. I don't know if it's related or not. I know when I lost track of my, darn it. Sorry. And when I had my kids, the same thing happened. But yeah, I'm just cold. Anyways, welcome. I'm glad you can make it, or even if you're watching the replay. I always come on here hoping to give you some kind of encouragement, inspiration, or some tips on your own health or weight loss journey. And me being a weight loss coach, a former RN, and I've worked with over 20 women on helping them release weight and keep it off. My goal and my mission and my purpose is to continue being an inspiration to other women, specifically moms, and to help them get to a place where they feel healthy and happy in their bodies and in their lives. So today I am making a pizza for the kids. I'm trying to top it with some deli meat because we are out of pepperoni and I've yet to buy more. So I told the kids, this is what we have to meet. You want it on top? And they're like, sure. So I'm going to put one more slice in. And I'm sticking that in. And then for me and the husband, we are going to have tonight my faux Chick-fil-A recipe. And I've yet to assemble all of that. But I want to do that right when I stick this in the oven. All right, so this is going in. And put a timer because I'll forget things. Ziggy, 10-minute timer.
Good afternoon, Stephanie.
Okay.
10 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to go grab my chicken from the fridge because it's been marinating. And we'll get started with that. But since you are live, let me know what you're having for dinner today. I always mention that because I want to know what's going on in everyone's world. Are you having chicken like me or something else? Huh, baby? Yeah, can you help your sister? Okay, but tell her I can't help her. All right. Here's my bag of already pre-cut marinated chicken. And I have my 2 stations here. We're going to dip and lay out on a sheet, which I'm going to pull out now. I can fit it all on one sheet. That's the goal. Where's my mats? Prime rib and a lot of other stuff. A lot of other stuff? What do you mean by a lot of other stuff? What is this? Thanksgiving again in your house? That's the only other time I used the term a lot of other stuff. What did I put in here? Oh, my coffee. Shoot. It's probably cold again. Yep. You know how many times I heat up my coffee? Too many times. Too many times. Party, remember? Oh, yeah. You are right. I forgot. So, yesterday for the live, I did not go live on Facebook and YouTube just because it was just easier to do it right on my phone for Instagram. And I've yet to have like a setup where I can do multi-stream on my phone. So I usually do it on my laptop, and I was just getting ready for it. So I was like, I am not about to mess around with the software, and because it literally takes about 10 or so minutes to get that all set up. So I did a get ready with me over on Instagram, and we just talked about like how to prepare for an event and how you proceed with eating, especially if you're on a weight loss journey. And then it brought up a topic, which is like eating healthy and what does it mean to actually eat healthy. So today I am live on all 3 platforms so that I can talk about that. But before I get into it, because I can go off on a tangent and then not do the work that I want to do, I want to dip this piece chicken. So let me just have a sip of my coffee first. I don't know what I did different with this, but it's kind of weak. I need to put something in it. Anyways. So let's get this going so that I can have that ready for when the pizza comes out, and hopefully everything's good. All right, I'm just gonna adjust the cameras so that you can not just look at me but see what I'm doing. Oh, this thing is always hard. I wish I could pull it up and down without it being like a hassle. All right, I think that's good enough. Oh, here's my reminder. Oh no, that's the kids' reminder.
From Stephanie. All done screen time.
As you can see, I use Alexa for many reminders. That's just I need an assistant, so Alexa's my assistant. All right, so I think I've done this on a live before. I feel like I have, where I dip the chicken that's been marinating in the fridge into the egg mixture and then coat it in my breadcrumb mixture. This breadcrumb is not really bread. Not really bread. It's a mixture of almond flour, protein powder, and pork rinds. So, and then seasonings, of course, because got to be seasoned well. And then once it's fully coated in each one, like so, and then I'll lay it on here. And what I'll do is sometimes I put it in my air fryer, like my single air fryer that I just have in my cabinet, and then I plug it in. Or my oven has an air fry function. Don't use it often, but in this case I'm gonna, because there's a lot of chicken. Like I have 2 breasts, like 2 big breasts, so it's not gonna fit in my little air fryer. So I'm gonna try to do as much as possible at once, and therefore I'm gonna have to use my oven for the air fry function. So I have a mixture, like I cut up the meat in patty form, but then I had like some extras that I cut into more of like a nugget form. So I mean, this will last us for our regular eat one day, eat leftovers the next day. So for like today and tomorrow, and then whatever's left over, I would usually freeze because I don't want to eat it for the 3rd day in a row, and I also don't want it to go bad. So I'll freeze it. And we'll have it, some other time. And sometimes the kids will eat this, but today they asked for pizza, so I don't know. They've been kind of weird with like what they want to eat, and they're going through random phases. So it's like no more mac and cheese, which was like the staple for them. And it's like baffling because like you always like mac and cheese. So I'm like, you know what? If they're not going to eat mac and cheese, then I'm just going to stop buying it. And now they're on a pizza kick. So probably soon enough they're gonna be like, I don't want a pizza anymore. So I'm just going with whatever they're like in the mood for. And another one is chicken nuggets. They haven't really cared too much about chicken nuggets. And my daughter is actually the worst in that scenario. Like if you give her seafood, she'll be all over that. She loves shrimp cocktail. She's all over that. But like, say if we do like a McDonald's run, which we don't do often, but we'll do it occasionally. And you know, like the McDonald's Happy Meals are usually burger or nuggets. She don't like any of them, and she don't like it at home either. So it's like, okay, I guess she just wants to be bougie, have like exotic meals, and not the plain, regular traditional stuff. Although she does love pizza. She said pizza's her favorite. So since that's a thing for her, I'm like, all right, well, then we're going to make pizza because it's homemade and I can put all different kinds of, well, not all different kinds, but I can kind of introduce other toppings like a veggie topping or a different meat topping, and they get their protein and some veggies sometimes, not always, but definitely a protein for sure will be on there. So that has kind of been the highlight as far as the kids go with meals. But yeah, I have been incorporating meal planning, not just for me. That was like the biggest thing ever since I started my weight loss journey in 2021. That I meal planned for me, but I was always eating something different than the rest of my family. And now it's gotten a little bit better. My husband is more on board with eating the things that I cook. And the kids, slowly but surely, we're changing things to be healthier options. And thankfully, it's been going pretty okay. So I will take what I can get. As a mom, you got to take what you can get, choose your battles, because otherwise you'll just drive yourself crazy. All right, so now that I have like a momentum here, I'm already 12 minutes on, so I won't be on too long, but I did want to talk about like what it actually means to eat healthy. And the best way that I can answer this is, what does it mean to eat unhealthy, right? To talk about the opposite, because I find that often, especially those that are like have been on that struggle bus of constantly dieting and having low self-esteem and just basically, for lack of a better word, have an obsession around weight loss. It always goes back to the relationship with food. Ooh, my 10-minute timer's up. Hold that thought. I can only use this hand because this hand is full of chicken. Hold on. Okay. Ziggy, stop. All right, pizza's out and cooling down, and now I could continue my dipping stations and talk. So back to what I was saying. Oftentimes, if you feel this is you, maybe you can relate, or maybe you know someone like this. And I definitely have had my fair share of the struggle with my relationship with food and how I perceived myself. If you feel that food is an obsession, you're too afraid to eat food, you blame every little thing, you won't touch anything that's not a vegetable, then I consider that unhealthy. And that's like mindset first. That's not even like, oh, you're not eating healthy. That's just unhealthy behavior. So first, kind of drawing in attention to the unhealthy behavior. Then after that, the eating part of it. Of course, eating whole foods is always like the best thing for you. I believe God created the plants, the crops, the animals for our benefit, to consume. But like I mentioned yesterday, there's so many people out there that's saying that even the things that we considered healthy are unhealthy. And there are elements, I want to say, to those arguments being true. And without having to like go into the science and just going down this big rabbit hole of telling you how and when and where, and I can't do that. Like, that's just it can be a topic for months, for sure. It could be a topic for months. But there are some elements of certain things that people say, oh, you shouldn't eat this, it's unhealthy, blah 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 blah. Because one of the things that has been popping up recently, it's not a new thing, it's just in the limelight now more than ever, is the fact that our country puts additives in our foods, and especially foods that don't have additives in other countries. And so that kind of makes you say, why is that? And again, that's another conversation because I can say so much about those things. But I think the best way, and because of lack of time, I'm going to leave you with this. And I could always go into it more another time, which I would be happy to. But I think the best thing is to eat healthy, to live healthy, is awareness. That's the biggest thing. And that's not panic. That's not obsession. That's not eliminating everything from your diet. That's not what I mean by awareness. What I mean by awareness is that you are doing your diligence in knowing what's in your foods, in how much you're consuming of certain foods, and maybe making slight adjustments and changes to maybe things that you have been eating for a while, or maybe certain foods that upset your stomach or you're not feeling well. I think that's the first step. That's probably the biggest step. And then also working on your mindset behind it, because I know too many people that are afraid to eat carbs. They're afraid to eat meat because they heard something. They believed something from someone. They believed the doctor. I mean, it could be anyone, really. But then it inflicted fear in their lives, and it really changed their relationship with food. And now, I'm not saying this is everybody, but from people that I have spoken to, they are having this difficulty with losing weight and reducing their stress and sleeping well, etc., etc., etc. So that's what I'm going to leave with you guys today, because I can't do a TED talk on this. Most definitely cannot. And because I like to leave these lives as short as possible, the best way, what it truly means to eat healthy, is doing your job and being aware of the foods without the obsession, without driving yourself crazy, without creating fear in your life, but that you're making informed decisions around the foods that you're consuming. And for me, as a busy mom with little kids, with a spouse, I first worked on myself because I had the discipline to do so. And I kept the course. And now, here we are in 2024, 3 years later, I'm working harder toward having them eat healthier. They're more aware. They're more responsive. Like, they're more wanting to be a part of living a healthier lifestyle. And, that was done little by little. And so I am starting to eliminate some of the snacks that I buy them in the store and making them at home. That may not be for everybody, but the more you are aware, the more you will make the best decisions for you and your family and live a healthy lifestyle. So that's what I leave with you for today. I hope that gives you a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of inspiration. If I can do these things, certainly you can as well. I don't have this easy life where I have all the time in the world and everything just comes easy. Far from it. Far from it. But I know that with my persistence, my diligence, and my faith in God, that I have been able to accomplish much and also live in my purpose. And that's what I want for you guys as you continue to join my lives or maybe in the future become a client of mine. I just want you guys to always know that. All right, I'm going to finish with my chicken, put it in the oven, and then cut up the kids' pizza. But that's it for today's live. Thank you guys for joining me live and also for watching the replay. If you do watch the replay, please put your comments in the comment section below. I love going back and reading the comments if you have any questions or anything that you want to say about what I spoke about today, or if you want me to continue talking about what it truly means to be healthy or eat healthy. I could certainly do a series on that. So all I need is feedback from you guys and you will get the content that you want. All right. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Enjoy your dinners. And what's today? Thursday. We have one more live of this week. And then, like I told you, I am taking a week off. So next week I will be taking off for Christmas. And the first 3 days of the following week until New Year's. So join me for the last live of the year tomorrow. And then I'll be back on January 2nd. All right, guys. Take care and God bless.
Well,